Hello, everybody. What's going on? Back again for another episode of the YouTube channel. What a life we live. What a time to be alive. 2018. Come on. Springtime in the Northern Hemisphere. And here we are. You know? And, I could talk about any number of subjects because I'm so well versed in the ways of the world. Oh god, I'm only kidding. But actually I'm going to talk about probably a topic I've talked about before, but who cares? It's so fucking legit. I'm going to talk again. Meditation. What the fuck? Like, sometimes I like if I go to the library or I go to like a bookstore, I look at some like mindfulness magazines or like meditation books and stuff like that, and it is good. Like I still do that, and I still keep learning because I know so little about shit that I need to keep learning. My fucking brain needs to keep expanding. But one thing I will tell you, coming from my experience in life, which I would say overall what I identify as hardcore shit. Like going fucking hard. Because that's what you have to do in this life. That's all that works, in my opinion. Especially, I'm listening to a podcast on Teddy Roosevelt right now. What he called the strenuous life. Yeah. Or Jocko talks about getting after it. You know, you can come across this all over the place. But one thing that I do notice a little bit when I look at some of these like mindfulness magazines and like meditation books to some degree is, I don't know, they want to make it a bit like more complicated than it really is sometimes, or they want to make it a bit like I don't know, like almost like it's some kind of like club you join, or like group you're a part of, or like, I'm into mindfulness, I'm going to try meditation, and I need to download the app. And, you know, that's cool. Like, do it. Like, download that app. But, again, I'm always coming from this point of view of, like, what the fuck? Like, get your fucking shit on top of it right now. Blindfold yourself in a fucking dark room, crank the fucking singing bowls or the alms, and bang off an hour of meditation right now without delay. Get that done for several months and then come back and talk to me. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm getting a little heated over this topic, but it's like, I've been stacking up an hour meditation for like at least, I want to say at least 3 months. Like, that literally is happening. Like, I'm literally stacking up an hour a day. Like, and in 3 months, I probably missed like 1 day, maybe 2. Like, I understand there's people who do more than that. I understand there's like dudes in some Zen monastery who are stacking up like 10 hours a day. I don't know if that's the most effective. It's like, dude, maybe you should spend time doing push-ups too. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, from someone like me, who is like, I'm just like one average person who grew up in the fucking suburbs and went to a shitty school and got told I'm fucking stupid and worthless my whole life. And I'm doing this because I recognize this is what's important. So it's like, I don't know where you have, I don't know, like, where people get away with thinking they don't have to do this, or how people can think like it's something they can like talk about maybe someday. They're into mindfulness, or I bought some beads and I bought a fucking cushion. I downloaded the fucking Headspace app and I might start someday. It's like, dude, you're talking crazy. Like, you're talking crazy. Like, I'm sorry, and maybe you need someone like me to talk about meditation, something like meditation in this way. It's like, I'm not coming at it from any type of like fluffy, woolly, fucking, everything's gonna be perfect. Like, yo, that shit's crazy. You better get on top of your goddamn meditation right away. Stack it up, son. You've probably been being an idiot for your whole life. Your life probably is completely fucked. Completely fucked. You probably have no clue about the thoughts that are going through your brain. You probably haven't even self-reflected on yourself since you were like 8 years old. Like, you've been on autopilot for decades. Like, there's no hope. Like, I'm sorry, but this is the real shit. Like, you need to burn the boats, as I talked about before. Burn the boats. There is no escape. I get a friend, my friend is going to... Maybe I shouldn't even talk about him, actually. Maybe it's too private. But anyway, the point is, you need to stack it up. And don't listen to anybody that tries to tell you that there is this other way. Oh, just wait. Once you download the Headspace app, just wait. Once you go to this meditation retreat, then it's going to make sense. Dude, no one's coming for you. Like, they're not coming. Here's your options, okay? Here are your options. Start stacking up an hour meditation a day. Literally get started. Do that for 1 month. You can lead up to that a bit with, like, start with 30 seconds twice a week. If you need to go that route, start it and build it up. But hopefully, eventually, you can get to a point where you're ready to just be like, now I'm going to do an hour a day. And I'm going to stack that up for a month. That's where I want you to get. If you're a human being and you want to advance, whatever it takes for you to get up to this point here, where you're ready to do an hour a day, to me, that's entry point. That's where you can start to really make some moves and get some growth going. So do that, and if you can't do that, it's like I'm pointing you to the jungle, and you can go down with the shamans and sing songs and drink ayahuasca and see how that feels. It's like, is that what you want? Because that's where you're going. You can go down with the spiders and the fucking mosquitoes and take drugs in the jungle with a bunch of naked shamans singing songs. Let me tell you something. That is going to be unpleasant for most. That is going to be unpleasant. Because the shamans and the spirits and the gods and all the drug fucking entities in the other dimensions, or however you want to describe it, they're going to just tell you what I'm telling you, but they're probably going to be even more brutal and harsh. So it's like, this is a gift. Like, I'm trying to give a gift of, like, take the path now. Like, get on top of it. Because it's like, there is no route via the mainstream way of thinking. Or whatever you've been doing prior in your life that hasn't been working. Just understand it hasn't been working for a reason, because it's not meant to work. There's nothing there. It's like going to McDonald's every day for lunch and thinking somehow your life's going to be good or you're going to feel good and be healthy. No amount of that's going to work. And that's what previously you've been doing. Like, I was the same. Like, I did the same shit for years. Just like, oh, I hope it comes together. Oh, I hope once I get this, like, university degree, then I get a job somehow. Oops. I hope some, like, I hope some, like, the news anchor comes on and tells me. I hope some professor lets me know I'm smart. I hope some doctor tells me how fucking healthy I am. Like, I hope this girl likes me just for me. Like, it's so harsh, but I'm telling you, the only real truth is to understand none of that's going to work. And it was just a lie. That's all. That's it. It's like, that's it. It's like you went to prison for 10 years for a crime you didn't commit, and then some lazy idiot down in the evidence locker finally gets around to pulling out some DNA evidence that clears you of it. Then they come, they're like, oh, turns out we forgot to get the evidence and you were innocent the whole time. Sorry about that. Those 10 years of your life you fucking wasted in some shithole. Oh well, bye. No one's gonna justify it for you. No one's gonna make it okay. No one's gonna apologize. But it's just like that. It's like you spent that time like studying in your little textbooks and like, oh, I hope this one girl likes me. Like, oh, if I'm really good, then maybe I'll get like accepted into the cool kids group. Da da da. That's just time you were like falsely imprisoned for 10 years. Or that's just time you spent wasting your time. That's just time you spent like that's just time you spent like eating at McDonald's every day, being like, I hope this burger's good for me. It was all a lie. It's not going to help. You have to abandon that right away. Get on top of this. What I'm talking about. Doesn't have to be through me. I'm not some genius at all. Really. Fuck. Like, but go somewhere else then. I don't care. Go sit in the woods. Go fucking down to the jungle. Go watch Joe Rogan. Go watch whatever, YouTube channels. There's lots of good shit out there. But if you're resonating with what I'm saying, then just be like, okay, cool. Yeah, what I've been doing is stupid. What Luke's talking about is clearly the right general direction. Just get the fuck on board. That's what I would do. And in a way, that is what I did. I just, for me, it was so obvious that what I had been doing was not true. I eventually got to the point where I was like, this is just not, this is fucked. This is hopeless. None of this is working. None of this is useful. None of this is helping me out. And I was ready to just be like, no. What's actually real? That's when I started like listening to Rogan, like I started reading a few books, like Eckhart Tolle, I started watching RSD, like I started being like, oh, started learning about drugs, like all kind of stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is obvious. This is obviously the only way to do it. And I just dove in. I was just like, there's no other way. And that's been my journey. That was my path. And there have been lots of shit that come along with it because of that way of doing it, of that kind of hardcore approach, which was the only thing that worked for me. It was the only thing I could do. Hopefully you don't have to do that. Hopefully you can ease your way in. That would be nice. That would be good. That's what I would like to see somebody do. If I had kids or something, that's what I would try and encourage them to do. Be like, yo, just ease into it a bit. Right? Don't go too far off down the wrong path. Try to ease into this and stay on path your whole life. Fucking thing. So if you're coming into this from that place of like maybe you're not in too bad of a position, to be like, whoa, cool, okay, Luke's all right. Like he's on top of this. I'm just gonna listen and go down that path now. That's what I would do. And hopefully, like I should probably work on trying to make myself more like relatable and more like understandable, and actually probably less hardcore, because maybe it scares someone off. I don't know. I have a hard time with that. I should probably work on it. But like for me, I don't even know if it matters, because for me, like when I first started coming to grips with this stuff, I didn't want to hear it. Like I think I probably talked about this before in another video, but it's like when I first like started watching Rogan's podcast and stuff, like I didn't want to believe that. I was like, nah, man, no. I can still remember I was watching. I was like, no. This big-headed idiot from fucking Fear Factor. I was like, he doesn't know. Like, he how does he know? Like, he's not, nah, man. With sitting there fucking talking about aliens and him and his guys, like Brian Redband and these guys, they used to dress up in, like, like crazy costumes on the show. I was like, this is stupid. Like, he doesn't know. Man, this is a hard truth, man. It was hard truth. I was like, nah, man, someone else knows better. Like, no, the politicians know, like, of course, like, there's some doctors and scientists who know better, like, someone's got it all figured out. There's someone at the wheel, right? That's what I want to believe. Like, there's someone at the wheel who's riding they're riding this carriage, man, down the road. Like, they know where we're going. Like, I wanted to believe that. And it was a bitter pill, man. Bitter pill. It took me a long time, and I kept leaving. I kept being like, no. I would go away for a while. And I would probably, like, screw my life up in some other way. And I'd be like, oh, damn it. Like, he had a point. I would go back and keep watching podcasts and stuff and check out some other people that I found out through that. And it was like, slowly it started to seep in. I just began to realize, like, I can't deny this. Like, it was very hard. Very hard. Same, like, with RSD. Like, Tyler, like Balding Ginger, he calls himself, like, I didn't want to believe that. I was like, who is this guy? Like, running around, like, just saying, like, all hyper, saying crazy things all the time. Like, I didn't want to think that. Like, how could he know better? Like, he doesn't know better than me. Like, da da da. Like, you don't know what I've been through and da da da. But it's like over time, I was just like, yo, you can't deny it. Like, this guy put in hard work, man, hard work, a lot of time and a lot of effort. And who am I to think I know better? Because I don't. You know, it's like humbling, man. And you will find that along this journey. It's like you get humbled, man, so much, and it's like it blindsides you at times. Like, it just hits you from behind. You're like, well, I thought I was doing the right thing. Like, I thought I was on the right path. And it's like, you are doing the right thing. But hey, there's still surprises. There's still it's a world out here. It's life. It's reality. Like, it's not like a movie. Like, it's not like that same old thing. It's not like this, like, by the book, like, hey, Mr. Johnson, oh, bring my report in by 2 o'clock. You got an A on the test. Like, it isn't like that. This life that I'm talking about is not really like that. It's different. It's all over the place. It's messy. It's confusing. It's hard, man. You have to make sense of it for yourself in a way. People can help you, like these guys I'm talking about, or these different, like, mentalities can help you, but you have to come to grips with it for yourself. And, like, I want to say this today, like, especially about the meditation part, is like, because it takes a certain amount of determination and of discipline and of, like, administering your will onto this experience for it to start to come together. Like, you must discipline yourself. As Jocko says, discipline equals freedom. You must discipline yourself to get to the point where you can start to stack up 1 hour a day of meditation. This is my thing that I'm sort of preaching, that I'm putting out here into the universe, is I want people to do this. Stack it up 1 hour a day, and then you tell me how you feel. It's like, if your life is chaos and you can't make any sense of it, okay, that's cool. I relate with you. I agree with you, right? Like, I feel you, man. That probably is the case. And I bet you that sucks. I bet you that is painful. I bet you it's confusing. I bet you no one understands. I bet you people are treating you badly because of that. I hear you, man. What I would urge for you is to accept, okay? Accept and admit that you don't know. You don't know what's best right now. And, you know, understand that there is going to not be an easy path, but there's no one that's riding in to save you, okay? There is no man on a white horse that is going to come in to town, sweep away the bad man, and put everything right. That's more for children, you know? That's a story that we tell people because the reality can break some. So we give them a story. And we like stories. I like stories, man. We all do. And you can hear stories from time to time, and they can inspire you, but I don't want you to deny this. So come to grips with this the best you can, and understand that if you apply discipline, and you apply determination, and you follow what some of these great people are saying, or if you like, what I'm saying, start. Get yourself to a point, if you have to build up for 30 seconds a day, 1 minute, every couple days, whatever, over the course of weeks and or months, to a point where you can stack up 1 hour of meditation a day for a month. Preferably keep it going. Maybe 3 months. And we'll see. And come and start to see how that affects things. And then maybe you can have some space, some perspective, to start to appreciate some of these deeper, nuanced truths about your experience here on this planet, in this fucking life, man. And it's not easy, and it's not what you were led to believe prior in your previous life, in the system, in the matrix. Like, it's not like that. But it is something. It is. There is amazing things to be seen, to be had. Not everyone's doing it. Not everyone's in touch with this. But it's what you're meant to do. And that's better than any amount of lies. No amount of lies is good. No amount of lies is going to satisfy you. You know? It's like no matter how many times you go to McDonald's and eat, you're never, ever, ever going to be full and satisfied. It's never, ever going to happen because they can't. They don't know how. It's like if you're miserable and you're hurting on the inside, no matter how much Coke you do, no matter how much you drink, it's not going to work, man. It's not. Fuck. And the sooner you can come to grips with that, the better. You've got to create it. You've got to build it. You've got to enhance it from within and expel that shit out. And somehow, during that process, on that journey, you can find some satisfaction in that and some appreciation for that. And it's fleeting. It's a wisp. But it can happen. And it, again, that's better. Straight up, that's better than any amount of the lies, any amount of fucking degrees on your wall, any amount of fucking congratulations from fucking fake idiots who think they're your friends, or, oh, I finally got married to some fucking girl who I don't even really like, and I got this new car that I fucking hate, but everyone thinks it's cool. That's what they're going to send you down, man. Yo, this is the bottom line. That's what's going to happen. You're just another casualty. You're just another casualty. It's like it's like in some ways our society is still running like the wars. Like we're still in the trenches. We're just killing people. Society don't give a shit. They're just like, oh well, let's send 100,000 men over the top and see what happens. Well, they got stuck in barbed wire and in mud and got fucking mown down by machine guns. Oh really? Oh. Well, let's next time send 200,000. Like, that's what our society thinks. It still acts like that. It's like, well, people are being crippled and ruined on a regular basis by just their experience in this life. Like, they're being shattered on the inside. Like, yes, they're not being centered into the trenches in a physical manner anymore, but it's still happening. We just cast people aside left, right, center. Oh, there's fucking 200,000 people who are fucking on pills and drunk and killing themselves every year. Oh, well. Like, we don't do anything about it. We don't really care. We just let it happen. And don't, like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I'm not a part of that. Like, fuck that. And it's like people decades from now when making YouTube videos and talking like this maybe become, like, less, like, popular for people. And maybe this is the time now when it needs to happen and everyone needs to be doing this. People who can see this need to speak and be like, yo, this is how I see it, man. Maybe not, this will change out of fashion at some point. And there will not be an unlimited supply of this. And people will look back like some decades from now and be like, whoa, like some people knew. Like some people knew that it was a lot of bullshit and it wasn't right. It's like you're looking back on like I don't know, like segregation or something, and you're like, well, this is fucking stupid. Like, we shouldn't be doing this. It's the same idea. It's like, we're seeing now. It's like, no, I'm not just a victim of this. I'm saying, I don't think this is right, what we're doing. Like, the way that the society is being operated and stuff. And I don't have all the answers, man. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not, like, a politician. I'm not, like, some kind of, like, genius. I don't understand, like, how to fucking hardly even to record a video on my damn computer hardly. The good thing they made it simple, because I can just open it and be like, click, record. But it's like I don't have the answers, but I can just say what I'm saying. And hopefully the fact that it is like a real and honest opinion is more valuable than whatever the fuck lies, because a lot of it is just that. Like, someone could sit there all day and watch this video and just be like, Luke's like that and he's like this, but it's not going to really hold up, because if you were a real person and you really had like you were in touch with yourself, you would be able to relate on a different level, right? And anyone who is doing this, then they can tell. And that's what you want. It's like, I want to be able to relate with the people who I learn from, who I want to collaborate with, who I see as my peers or my teachers. The other people that are doing that other shit, that are like complaining and gossip and victim stories, I don't give a fuck about that. It's like, dude, what are you, 11 years old? Like, that shit is broken. Like, why you on about that, man? Get old. Like, grow up. Like, get over that. Come on. It's not easy to do this, what we're doing. Like, to create, to try, to learn. And you guys over there still, like, complaining and gossiping and talking about crazy bullshit, like how to, like, cut down another fucking forest or, like screw people out of their money and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm not against, like, making a business or creating things and making money, but at some point it's like, are you even a real person anymore? Or are you just, like, turned into a robot? So that's pretty much what I want to say about all that. Hopefully, maybe someone can check it out and you will get motivated in some way and remain, like, vigilant on your path, because it does get lonely and hard and frustrating, man. So much so. 100% it does. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who are doing this, right? Even if it's just 10 or 20% of the whole people, the whole population, that's still a lot of people, because there's so much population right now in the world. Just by default, there's a lot of people who are tapped into this, and we have the internet, and it's like, it is coming. But this fucking thing. But you yourself need to start. And something that I'm saying is, what you can do is get started in a capacity where you can stack up meditation 1 hour a day. Get there. Put the headphones on. Put a blindfold on. Lay back. Just let it happen, yo. Just embrace it. What I always say is, embrace the horror. Embrace it. The horror of it all. The brutality of mere existence in this world, in this life. Embrace that. Embrace it and keep doing it. Another moment. Another breath. Another breath. Another breath. And another breath. And another. And just keep it up, man. Keep stacking it up. It's like an invading hordes. And you're just behind the wire, and you're just stacking up them bodies, man. Stack it up. Stack it up. And I hope that I can bring it across this way and, like, relate to the average person. Because maybe, like I said, when I was looking at some of those magazines and books at the library and stuff, I did get a feeling sort of where it was more like, why is this guy wearing a robe and shit? Why is he like sitting on some weirdo pillow and, like, with special beads and shit and, like, different kinds of candles? Like, it looks like you guys are just distracting yourselves from actually getting some shit going. And I just had this, like, reaction of, like, fuck off, just get it go. If you're doing it, then good. But you don't need all that. Just embrace it. Embrace the horror, man, and stack it up. And then you can start to communicate in a better way with people, because you're more embracing your own self. And you know what? Maybe you don't have as much horror in you as other people. That's awesome. If your shit inside you is just, like, loving peace, awesome. Embrace that. Share it. Give me some. Right? I don't know, man. That's probably it for now. Okay. Please do your meditation. I'll be watching. Comment if you actually did it. Be like, I actually meditated for 30 seconds today. What? Count yourself in an elite portion of society. 30 seconds once a week? You're like, that's like, you might as well be in the damn secret society. Okay. Like, leave a comment. I've got a few comments. Okay. That's good. That's good. Subscribe. And I'll keep putting out some more shit. Cool. Peace out, everyone.